Let's talk Tobago, our people, our places, our challenges and achievements, our needs and aspirations. Join us as we continue our journey into the future.
Hello and thank you for joining us on Let's Talk Tobago, where we keep you informed about the plans and initiatives of the Tobago House of Assembly and the impact that these have on you. In our stories this week, Chief Secretary insists that Prime Minister must communicate with his office according to the THA Act. The Magdalena Grand Hotel officially opens its doors for business. Tobago players dominate the national table tennis team. And accountability to the people. Executive Council makes this their top priority as they go through electoral districts. And don't forget our new segment where you get to have your say with Lois Vincent. You can now send us your comments to information@tha.gov.tt or visit us at www.tha.gov.tt. Please see the bottom of your screen for more contact details. Stay with us. We'll have these and more stories after the break.
Yeah, people, fisheries fishing tournament will be starting on the 13th and the 14th of June. Here, what kind of prices they have? They have in a Mazda pickup, 2 boats, and other prices. Fellas, we want all you to come out and register now. Look when we start to catch tuna, ocean guard and dolphin. Come out in your numbers and register now for this fishing tournament.
Honourable Orville London insists that he is within his right as Chief Secretary to request a meeting with Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar.
Orville London has written to the Prime Minister as Chief Secretary, written to the Prime Minister. Orville London has no reason to write Kamala Persad-Bissessar in his personal capacity or her personal capacity. I have absolutely no reason to do that. But as Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, I have a responsibility to write her and to do everything possible to get her to obey the Tobago House of Assembly Act, which says that the Prime Minister and the Chief Secretary shall meet, not may, shall meet to discuss matters that would lead to the fostering of a harmonious relationship between the people of Tobago and Trinidad.
From outdoor recreational facilities with walking tracks to redesigned hard courts, the THA is seeking to reduce non-communicable diseases such as heart attacks, cancer and diabetes in the Blackrock, Whim, Spring Garden district. Omadara Mills has the highlights on several initiatives which have improved the health, social and financial prospects of people's lives in the constituency of Assemblyman Claudia Groom-Duke.
A jogging track and outdoor exercise equipment and new features of the Blackrock Recreational Facility. Assemblyman Claudia Groom-Duke explained that these initiatives were intended to address the need for healthier lifestyles for community members.
These are areas in the new Poland, the Blackrock Recreation Facilities in Poland, and this is embracing the wellness element of the health program as well as the sporting activity program.
Refurbished hard courts at Whim and Blackrock are another way in which THA is seeking to reduce lifestyle diseases and build solidarity among community members. Assistant Secretary in the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport, Hiwi Cadet, explained the rehabilitation works to be done.
Within the electoral district, those hard courts that are identified to have work done on them will include Jubilee Park, Whim hard courts, which are also, and of course the hard court at Blackrock. What will be involved in these upgrades will include repairing of the fencing, upgrade of the lighting system, upgrading of the playing surface.
And what about persons who want to start their own businesses in the Blackrock Whim Spring Garden constituency? Secretary of Finance and Enterprise Development, Dr. Anselm London, had some good news for those individuals.
We have made loans and given giving grants to about 20 people to the tune of close to $1 million. Very quietly, without very fanfare, without much fanfare.
The electoral district meeting at Bishop's High School ended with residents in the Blackrock Wim Spring Garden district sharing their views.
I just want to thank the Chief Secretary and Mr. Assemblymen for the years that they spoke to me about business, everything. I could say right now that I was one of the first recipients of the Enterprise Assistance Fund. I think my check was number 2.
We need to pay attention to projects that are implemented, and after a time, we need to look at our successes or our failures, and we need to not allow people just to do things like divide.
I am Omidara Mills for the Department of Information.
Showing someone how much we appreciate them should not only be on a special occasion. It should happen at any time. And Tobago's surviving war veterans found out just how much they were appreciated when Chief Secretary of London visited them bearing gifts.
We want to bring this, leave it to you in the house, so that anybody who comes will be able to appreciate what you would have achieved.
You all are so nice.
Well, we're just showing appreciation. You would have served us, and we feel that we shouldn't just show appreciation to you once a year, because you served for a long time. So I want to say thanks on behalf of Tobago and all the whole country for what you would have achieved, not just in World War II, but I mean throughout your life. I know you were a great contributor to the community and to Tobago, and we really want to say thanks.
Both Michael Hector of Bonaccord and Joseph Eastman of Castara served in World War II. The men were presented with a fruit basket and a Remembrance Day plaque bearing the names of the Tobago soldiers who served in both World Wars on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago.
All the people who served?
Yes, sir.
Their names on that. So you might even recognize some of your old partners and so on from looking all around there, you know?
Yes,
the puppy. So we thought that this was a kind of fitting tribute to you. All right, because it's only two of you all now with us.
As with everything in life, age has affected both men differently. 90-year-old Hector has since lost his sight and has a slight hearing problem, while Eastman...
Daddy's a great man. He was a great provider. He's still a great provider. You know, he has such a strong willpower. He want to get up every day and go for a walk and everything. He don't want to sit around. That's him. He always busy on the go, so at this age he's still.
He doesn't want to be a burden to anybody.
Exactly. He don't like anybody to, you know, do for him. Although I would say, Daddy, no, you can't do that. Let me help you. He said, no, I can.
Joseph Eastman and Michael Hector. Tobago salutes you, our two surviving war veterans.
It was one of the rare occasions for agreement between the present government and the THA. The formal opening of the Magdalena Grand Hotel was attended by Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar and several members of her cabinet as they held their 4th cabinet meeting in Tobago.
I really and truly want to sing the praises of our local contractors and service providers and to tell Trinidad and Tobago that we are as good and in many cases far better than anybody else.
Tourism in Tobago is at the crossroads, and in order for us to move forward, there must be collaboration. This came from Chief Secretary of London. All the speakers shared the sentiment that for tourism to succeed in Tobago, collaboration is a necessity.
It's also about resurrection and recovery. Resurrection of the Hilton dream and the Hilton vision, and recovery of the industry in Tobago. That tourism in Tobago, tourism in the country, tourism in the region is at the crossroads. And in order for us to take the next step and to move on to the next level with a certain degree of success, there is a need for collaboration, meaningful, serious, professional collaboration.
Let us work together to make this beginning
an excellent beginning, and to continue along the road to tourism, continue along the road to diversification of the economy, and bring Tobago to the intelligent and splendid island that it should be.
Before being addressed by Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa, guests were delightfully entertained by some Tobago talent. In her address, Mrs. Prasad Bisesa said she agreed with the Chief Secretary that there must be partnership between her government and the THA in order to recover tourism on the island.
Chief Secretary, I truly appreciate your very kind words about resurrection and renewal. And indeed, we do see in Tobago that renewal that is taking place as we partner together for the benefit of Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago. We will partner with the THA and of course with the people of Tobago for two other very important initiatives to which we are giving consideration.
In concluding, the Prime Minister said the two proposals include making Tobago a duty-free island for non-residents and the second, to construct marinas. The Magdalena Grand was renovated at a cost of nearly $200 million. It boasts of 200 four-star rooms and is rated among the top 2 hotels in the country for quality and service. We go to a short break.
Yeah, people, fishing tournament will be starting on the 13th and the 14th of June. Here, what kind of prices they have? They have in a Mazda pickup, 2 boats, and other prices. Fellas, we want all you to come out and register now. Look when we start to catch tuna, ocean guard, and dolphin. Come out in your numbers and register now for this fishing tournament.
Welcome back. A rural district that has been developed, that's the Palativere Lansfamy area. Residents were brought up to speed on some of the ongoing and future developments for the area as the secretaries continued their reporting to the district's program. Sophie Guillaume has more.
Area Representative Tracy Davidson Celestine said the district stands out in terms of development with community centers in Castara, Charlottesville, Delaford, and a center under construction in Speyside.
The facility that we sit here in today is a facility costing approximately $6 million for the community of Palativere and of course spearheaded to some extent by the village council, so to speak. When we go over to Lansfamy, there is also evidence of social infrastructure, the community center that was recently refurbished. When you look across in Palativere, in Bloody Bay, you will also notice the community center that has been put down by this administration.
Agriculture Secretary Gary Melville added that over the years, the district has received fishing facilities, jetty repairs, and an esplanade in Speyside. Further improvements for the fishermen was the Safety at Sea initiative.
Just about a month ago, TEMA, in partnership with the Trinidad and Tobago Game Fishing Association, would have acquired a radio repeater that has now been installed at Observatory in Charlottesville. That radio repeater would allow fishermen to have a dedicated channel that they can radio in if they experience difficulties at sea and so on. And the Division of Agriculture, Marine Affairs, Marketing and the Environment, with the kind help of the Secretary of Finance and the Chief Secretary and the Executive Council, is going to pioneer an initiative where we try to purchase at least 1 radio for each fishing boat in Tobago.
Also in the works are GPS tracking devices for all Tobago fishermen. In agreement with the sentiments that his hometown has changed greatly was Chief Secretary Orville London, who applauded the work of Area Representative Mrs. Davidson Celestine.
That you have a representative who has your interests at heart, is prepared to go the extra mile for you, and is prepared to fight anybody and do anything legal in order to ensure
that the community improves.
Taking the floor, the residents had their issues heard.
To travel from Charville, Speyside, and Summit to go to the town in the afternoon is a little difficult. Maybe the next university or college or any institution that would like to introduce themselves to Tobago, that you may find a location for them in the eastern side of the island to say. Yeah.
I think that's a very interesting proposition. I think it's something that is worth considering.
If the rain continues like this, we cannot access Castara, Roxborough, neither Charlottesville. Charlottesville Link Road, to me, there is where I work. I work at the Speyside district. It's very, very impossible to pass.
The issue has been raised by your representatives in almost as strong terms as you raised it today. And therefore, the issue will be addressed.
I am Umadara Mills for the Department of Information.
Have you ever felt discriminated against because of your age, race, religion, or disability? The Equal Opportunities Commission has been set up to deal with such issues of discrimination. The Commission recently paid a visit to Tobago as part of its public awareness mandate.
The purpose of our visit to Tobago is very straightforward. Basically, the function, the core function of the mandate is really to publicly educate people, to inform people of the Commission and its work. As the flyer states, it's really not just to come here and receive complaints. Although it's part of it, we're really here to facilitate Tobagonians, people who cannot come over to Trinidad.
Guided by the Equal Opportunity Act No. 69 of 2000, the Equal Opportunity Commission has been set up to safeguard citizens of Trinidad and Tobago from certain kinds of discrimination. Head of Legal for the Commission, Haran Ramkaran-Singh, explains the categories covered under the Act.
The Act prohibits certain types of discrimination. It prohibits discrimination in 4 broad categories, that is, with respect to employment, accommodation, education, and the provision of goods and services. But more than that, it prohibits discrimination in these categories on the basis of statuses. And the statuses would be race, ethnicity, marital status, geographical origin, and disability.
A complaint can be lodged by any person who believes that he has been discriminated against, victimized, offended, insulted, humiliated, or intimidated in public. Mr. Ramkaran-Singh says this facility plays an important part in the country since it helps the ordinary person in cases of discrimination.
It's important to our society because it provides a mechanism for the ordinary citizen to have some sort of redress if they feel that they have been the victim of some sort of discrimination. Access to the Commission is free of charge. You don't need an attorney to come before the Commission. Before the tribunal is different because that is the equivalent of a high court. So one would need, it would be advised rather that one has legal representation there. But certainly before the Commission, to make a complaint to us, it is free of charge to the citizen. So that any citizen who feels that they have been the victim of some sort of discrimination has this recourse to this body created by statute to give aid and amelioration to them.
The Commission visits Tobago every 3rd Wednesday of the month at the Cast Building in Scarborough. Tobago athletes are once again dominating a national team. This time it's table tennis. There are 16 players on the national junior table tennis team and 12 of them are from Tobago. The Tobago players, who will represent Trinidad and Tobago at the 17th Caribbean Junior Cadet Tournament in Jamaica in July, paid a visit to Chief Secretary Orville London at his Calder Hall office.
Showing just how competent and confident they were, 2 of the players gave a demonstration of their skills.
To think that an island that has only 4% of the population can in fact have 75% of representation does say something about what Mr. Abbott and his team have been doing over the past many years, and of course the talent and the devotion of you young people. And I really want to compliment you, and I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. You deserve it.
The Chief Secretary commended the efforts of the players, who range from 7 to 12 years old.
I really want to pay tribute to the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport for encouraging this program in the schools. I understand that it is now official in 7 schools in Tobago, and I think that every effort should be made to extend it. Table tennis, of course, it's been rivaled by very many other sports, but it's still a very popular sport throughout the world, and it's one of the sports, unlike cricket, which transcends all boundaries. There are very few countries in the world that do not play table tennis. I really want, again, on behalf of all of us in Tobago, to wish you all a very, very successful tournament. But I'm saying that regardless of the results, I want you to go there and try your best, obviously. But regardless of the results, we remain proud of you, and we will want you, whether you win or you do not win, to recognize that this is only the beginning, and you have to continue working hard and training hard.
The team's coach, Dexter Abbott, used the opportunity to seek the interest of the sport by asking for a table tennis facility.
We really need a venue to expand the sport, to let the sport have roots, and I hope, Mr., that we can really take a serious look into having a property for table tennis. As every other sport in Tobago, there is a facility there to go to.
We will have to take your request seriously, and because obviously you have demonstrated that even in the very challenging circumstances, you can, and your charges can produce. And I give you the assurance that I will have discussions with the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport to see whether we cannot get some kind of a venue where you can have some predictability. Because I think the problem is not the venue. The problem is predictability and the competition with other activities. And I think you deserve some priority there. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And best of luck.
I am Umadara Mills for the Department of Information.
Making plenty money should not be the only reason for choosing a particular career. This was just one of the nuggets of advice given to students of Goodwood High School by Speaker Eloise Hines at their career day recently. Here's Umadara Mills with more.
Well, I think the career day today will benefit us by giving us a head start in life and giving us a push to what we are willing to achieve.
What do you like to do? Do you know your purpose? Do you know the qualifications required for your career? These were some of the questions put forward by feature speaker Eloise Hines as she encouraged students of Goodwood High School to properly research the career path that they are interested in.
So you need to find out, according to the career path that you've chosen, how much training and qualification you need to be able to do that job well.
Choose something you enjoy. This came from Assistant Secretary in the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport, Huey Cadet, as he explained that working with youths can be a fulfilling career choice.
Youth work is a profession. It is a profession that persons can go and study for and make a contribution to the society in a professional way.
Guidance counselor and the coordinator of the event, Lex Forrester, explained the reason for facilitating the career fair.
Who are moving up to fourth form, and we usually have a career fair for them to help them as they are about to choose their subjects. It will help to empower them and educate them as it relates to their career path. I'm not saying that they would make a final decision at this career fair, but this will help them later on as they seek to choose a career.
Booths featured career options such as banking, cosmetology, electrical engineering, and emergency and rescue services. So with various career options, here's what some students want to pursue.
I would like to get into banking.
Well, I want to be a writer. I have a passion for writing. I love to write.
I am Umadara Mills for the Department of Information.
It's now time for our new segment, Have Your Say with Lois Vincent.
An island is defined according to its landmass and marine area.
The current THA Act defines Tobago's marine area as 6 nautical miles surrounding the island. However, according to international law, Tobago's marine area should extend up to 200 nautical miles. This is a key aspect of the draft bills which seek to amend the Constitution and the THA Act. Let's hear from Tobagonians on the issue.
If the powers that be, whoever they may be now and in the future, could explain to me, okay, as given that they have these gas fields and whatever mineral rights out there, what plan they have within the current and future framework to be able to monetize it, to create value for the country as a whole, particularly to Tobagonians?
Well, I believe if the stipulated distance is 200, I think we should go for the 200. Because what is due to Caesar, you got to give it on the Caesar.
I believe Tobago will be able to benefit from it because if there are natural reserves out there, why can't we, not only Trinidad and the rest of the Caribbean, why can't Tobagonians profit from what is out there?
I feel it's a very good idea. Tobago will definitely benefit economic growth-wise. Yeah, I think it's a very good idea.
I feel they should extend it more because if we could extend where the lands have oil and everything, that would be very good.
I feel very good about it because that is something that we have been trying to grasp for a long, long, long while within Tobago, and that will benefit our country later on.
It's one of the newest initiatives of the Division of Community Development and Culture. Once a month, the Pembroke Night Market gives local producers the opportunity to showcase and sell their products. Before leaving you with scenes from the most recent night market, on behalf of the Tobago House of Assembly and the Department of Information, thank you for viewing and see you next week.